Hi, I'm Anna, and let me tell you about my recent sales trip to Paris. As the head of rights at Pan Macmillan, it's my job to find publishers around the world who want to publish our book in their local languages. I need to have a really good understanding of the publishing market in the territories I work in, and also to have strong relationships with key editors in those markets. Luckily for me, the best way to develop that knowledge is to travel. And so, in the middle of May, I was able to spend 3 days visiting publishers and bookshops in Paris. Over those 3 days, I met with editors from 13 different publishing houses spread out across the city. A lot of my time was therefore spent on the metro, in taxis, and walking from office to office. Don't ever let anyone tell you that business travel isn't glamorous. But okay, there were actually a few cafe and restaurant meetings too. In my meetings, I like to chat with the editors about the state of publishing in France, what books and genres are selling well overall, and more specifically, what's been working well for them and what hasn't. Once I know what they're looking for, I can then identify the books on the Pan Macmillan list that might suit them and pitch those books in a way that hopefully will appeal to them. And if we already have books in common, we talk about their plans for publication and anything I can do to help make their edition a success. The aim is to come away from each meeting with new information about the publishing house and a list of books that the editor is interested in considering for French publication. And when I'm back in the office, I do my best to turn that interest into confirmed deals. Because I'm lucky enough to work across the full breadth of the Pan Macmillan list, I'm pitching commercial and literary novels, science fiction, fantasy, general non-fiction books, self-development titles and cookery books. This means I always have at least a few books that will be of interest to each publisher, but also means I have to be able to switch quickly between genres when pitching. And I have to make sure I'm really up to date with my reading before travelling. When I'm running around the city, I try to find time to pop into a couple of bookshops, which is a great way to gain an understanding of the market. In Paris, romance, romantasy and cosy fantasy novels were everywhere, but there's also a huge psychological thriller boom there at the moment as well. In terms of non-fiction, cookery is always big in France, no surprise, as is manga, self-development and popular science. I spotted French editions of a few of our books looking stunning on the shelves. Simone Saltani's F1 romance Crossed the Line, Picador's Sparrow by James Hines, and both Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bowdust by cozy fantasy international bestseller Travis Baldry. After 3 days in the Parisian sunshine, I headed back to Heathrow, pretty exhausted but inspired by some great conversations and with lots of interest to follow up on. So hopefully, before long, we'll see even more of Pan Mac's books translated into French.